Have you ever made a decision and later questioned why you did that? You're not alone. We all have, at times, made choices that, in retrospect, seem irrational. This is a fascinating area of study, explored in depth by Dan Ariely, a renowned professor of psychology and behavioral economics. In his book, Predictably Irrational, Ariely delves into the quirks of human reasoning, revealing how we often fall prey to irrational decision-making. Let's delve into the key takeaways from the book that shed light on our irrational behaviors. Imagine two options, a highly discounted item or a free one. Which one would you choose? Most of us, as Ariely discovered, are drawn to the power of free. This spellbinding allure isn't bound by rationality. Why? Because free feels riskless. It's the zero price effect. Businesses can harness this, offering freebies to enhance perceived value, attracting and retaining customers. They're not just giving away products, they're cultivating loyalty, creating a sense of value that's hard to resist. The power of free can indeed be a game changer. Did you know the first price you hear can influence your perception of fairness in future negotiations? This is what we call the anchoring effect. It's a cognitive bias that causes us to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we encounter, the anchor, when making decisions. In the context of pricing, if the anchor is set high, any subsequent price seems more reasonable, even if it's still overpriced. It's a subtle but powerful tool businesses use to shape our perception of value. Now let's shift gears to another interesting bias we tend to have, the overvaluation bias. This is our innate tendency to assign more value to things simply because we own them. Ever wondered why you can't part with that old t-shirt or why you think your grandma's cookies are the best? That's the overvaluation bias in action. Awareness of these biases can aid in making more objective decisions. Ever wondered how much your expectations shape your experiences? Well, according to Dan Ariely, they play a significant role. Expectations are like a lens through which we view our experiences. They set the stage for how we perceive and interpret events. For instance, if you're told a movie is fantastic, you're likely to enjoy it more. This is because your expectations have already created a positive bias. Now let's talk about norms. There are two types, social and market norms. Social norms are about relationships, community, and goodwill. Market norms, on the other hand, are about monetary transactions. Navigating between these norms is vital in both business and personal interactions. Lastly, Ariely delves into the inherent human tendency towards dishonesty. It's an uncomfortable truth, but we all have the capacity to be a little dishonest. However, fostering an environment that encourages honesty can significantly reduce such behavior. Understanding these aspects can lead to better interactions and reduce dishonest behavior. How do you fight short-term urges to achieve long-term goals? The answer lies in the concept of pre-commitment to deadlines. By setting a deadline, we create a tangible timeline that turns our long-term goals into a series of short-term tasks. It's a strategy that helps us acknowledge our weaknesses and overcome procrastination. But what about the doors we leave open? According to Ariely, consciously closing some doors can lead to more significant achievements. It's a counterintuitive concept, isn't it? Yet, by limiting our options, we free up mental energy to focus on the tasks that truly matter. Lastly, let's talk about the middle option. Businesses often position their desired choice as the middle option, leveraging our inclination for relative comparisons. It's a clever strategy that guides pricing decisions and maximizes sales. These insights can guide us to make better decisions and achieve more significant outcomes. So, what can we take away from all these insights? From the power of free, anchoring effects, to our own overvaluation bias and more, Ariely's work reveals our predictably irrational behaviors. Remember, understanding our irrational tendencies empowers us to make better decisions. If you found this enlightening, hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts.